We are Venom. We are Ghost Rider. We are Red Hulk.
I couldn't imagine the identity complexity of having three characters rolled into one. What's up, guys? I am Raizo, and today we're gonna look at Red Hulk's new uniform, the Symbiote of Vengeance. Man, look at this thing. Look at the detail. It's crazy. Look at Venom's glowing tongue. That is nuts. Man, this thing is beast. All right. Well, today we are going to see if this uniform brought Red Hulk the justice that everyone was hoping for. But, you know, I guess it depends on your definition of justice. I know everybody wants their favorite character to be meta. But not every character can be meta, because if every character was meta, then there wouldn't be such thing as a meta character, right? But we do want to see if this uniform makes him a lot better than his past uniform. Because, I mean, you know, regardless of what uniform you equip on a character, it does make the character a little better, right? Even if it's like the really old uniforms, like, you know, Marvel's now Red Hulk uniform, right? Like, it didn't make him meta. Maybe during the time that it was released, it made him a little meta, because I remember going into like Battle World and having the hardest time killing a Red Hulk with this uniform. It was so hard. And but you know, as time progressed, you know, we got power creep and stuff like that, so of course this uniform fell way off. But it still, you know, it still gives like 20% all attack and all defense, and, you know, all the other optional stats and whatnot, if you have the optional uniforms, of course. But, you know, it's the Red Hulk, so we expect a little more out of him. So we're gonna compare him to another physical damage, well, physical attack, fire damage dealing character, which is Molten Man. Now, my Molten Man used to be set up for ABX before Namor and stuff like that. So he does have almost a fully awake. It's stage 11. I did take one of his chaotic ISOs, awakened ISOs off of him to equip on another character, but he has a CTP of authority now. I took the rage off of him to give it to Namor. So, you know, he still packs a punch, and you know, level 70, gears at 25. So, surprisingly though, his skills, his stats aren't capped. I don't know. It's close to it though. I mean, his critical damage is almost capped too. So yeah, we're gonna test them out though. We're gonna test out his damage first in Shadowland. I already have the stage set up. So we're gonna do the symbiote stage where fire type attackers have an advantage. And it's just cool because we're fighting symbiotes and we're gonna be using the Symbiote of Vengeance. So that's gonna be a fun fight. But yeah, let's go in with Molten Man, see his damage, and then compare Red Hulk's new uniform, his damage output against Molten Man. So let's go in. And I remember the ABX rotation was always start off with 3. Into 4, and then when the geyser comes out, then you go into 5, and then you can use paralysis with his second skill. And kind of do that same rotation over and over again. I like how his second skill like gathers the targets together. Oh, okay. I don't want to clear this because we have to test out Red Hulk. But I'd say one more rotation, maybe that last 10 seconds he probably would have beat the stage. But then again, he is a level 70, you know, so it's kind of expected. Now let's go with Red Hulk and see what kind of damage he does. I just should do this. Oh, yeah, it's already on. There he is. Let's do this. I'm going to start off with 3. The reason why I was starting off with 3 instead of 5, for some reason, it takes a while for him to get into his skill animation, and I was getting interrupted. So, I mean, I already pre-tested this before recording. So yeah, basically what I'm doing is just, I did 3, and then as soon as he threw his bike, his trike, I go into 5, and as soon as he jumps up in the air and blows fire from, fire breath, whatever thing, and then I go into 4, and then as soon as he does that with the explosion, I go back into 3. So not as fast as Molten Man. But he is level 60. I haven't gotten his potential yet, so he's stuck at 60 for now. But the fact that at level 60 he can clear this stage, I'm gonna clear this stage. I might as well, just to see. So with 1 minute and 15 seconds left, he cleared the stage. So obviously Red Hulk's new uniform is much better. And before we get into my setup for Red Hulk, since we didn't get to see his first and second skill because I was only rotating through 3, 5, and 4, let's just check that out real quick. Even his first skill looks better than anything that his Marvel Now uniform ever did. Like, it looks way more animated, right? His second skill, I wish I could have showed off this second skill during the match, but look at that. He's swinging around his trike. That is so sick. That is so cool. And then of course, with the trike, he's riding his trike. But the cool thing about the trike is that you can, his third skill, you can actually control it. And regardless of how far you get away from the target, he still throws it at the target. Look at that. Look at that. That is some cool targeting right there. And of course we have this with the symbiote, spiking out. And a huge explosion at the end. And his fifth skill is very reminiscent of Abomination, where he burrows in and then he jumps up. But Red Hulk breathes fire at the end. If we look at Abomination, his 5th skill, see, like, he burrows in and he comes up, but he does like a slam. So yeah, look at that. Man, I love the animation for his skills. It's so beautiful. Look at that, man. Oh, that was a cool angle, right? There's so much going on. But let's go back to my Hulk, my Red Hulk. So this is his stats. Pretty much just capped out on ignore defense and cooldown. His attack speed, unfortunately, isn't capped. His crit rate and crit damage is pretty low. I don't have much Uru on him equipped. I only maxed out 3, 4, and 5, and here's why. So he doesn't really have much on these 2 skills, 1 and 2, but he has decreased fire resistance, stackable to 100, and ignores immunity on his 3rd. And then on his 4th, he has 9% decrease of fire resistance, stacks up to 100, ignores immunity on his 4th. And then he has a buff on his 5th with 30% all attack and all defense, with 1% all speed and 30% crit rate, removes incapacitation. But what is really nice is that his passive is like Wolverine's passive. When HP is below 99%, he heals 5% recovery of max HP per second. So he has Wolverine's healing. Let's check out Wolverine actually real quick. To make sure. I don't want to be giving false. Yeah. Same thing. Yeah, I don't want to give false information. And also, his leadership is now 70% fire damage. Whereas his default look and his Marvel Now uniform is 60% fire damage. So an extra 10%. Not a big deal, but it's something. I think it's like Satana's actually. Satana, I think, is at 70%, if I'm not mistaken. But moving on, stage 6 ISO, Power of Angry Hulk ISO, excuse me, and no obelisk. Now, Molten Man had an authority. Red Hulk has nothing. Imagine if he had a rage. He would easily clear that stage, like way faster than Molten Man. In fact, I think he could even clear higher stages than 70 if he had a rage. But no obelisk. And his uniform is at Mythic. And his uniform options, I have all at Mythic as well. We have Ronin Endgame, Thanos Endgame, Red Skull Hydra Armor, Mysterio Far From Home, and Black Widow Avengers 39.9. So, one free-to-play friendly. The rest you have to purchase, of course. Thanos is being the most expensive. Even at discount, I believe it's 1,500 crystals. But, you know, at discount, you can get Ronin, Red Skull, and Mysterio's at 1,050. So, yeah, that's the options there. He gets super armor as his uniform effect. He gets super armor and all defenses 15%, and it says it enhances effective skill ignite, right? Which is a 70% leadership. So yeah, that is Red Hulk's new uniform, the Symbiote of Vengeance. Let me know if you guys are picking it up. Let me know if this video inspired you to pick up the uniform, if you had any doubts. If you liked the video, if you found it helpful, please hit that like button. If you like my channel, please subscribe to it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace.